Hey guys, for today's video I'm going to be making some baked beans that I'm going to throw on the smoker. We've got a little barbecue planned for later on today. Got some friends coming over, and I've got a butt going. Going to have some spare ribs, some chicken, and maybe a couple other veggies. But this recipe is kind of a hybrid of two things. It's Mike Mills has a book called Peace, Love, and Barbecue, and in that book he shares a recipe. It's like the 17th Street tangy barbecue beans. So that's, for the most part, that's what this recipe is. But in his recipe he talks about just baking them in the oven. What I'm going to do is, there's a barbecue blog I like to follow, No Excuses Barbecue. I'll put the link in the description of the video so you can go check that out. The guy's name is Paul, really nice guy. What he does is, with his baked beans, is he puts them in a smoker whenever he's cooking like a butt or ham or whatever, and he puts the beans underneath the meat, so all the juices just basically drip down into the beans. So that's what I'm going to do. This is my first shot at this, so we'll see how it comes out. But I'm basically taking Mike Mills' recipe, and but then I'm going to smoke them instead and put it under probably either the butt or the spare ribs and let some of those juices drop. So all I'm going to do real quick is just show you the ingredients, and then I'll get it all mixed up and show you guys a little bit later on when I throw it on the smoker. But there's 5 different types of beans. You've got pork and beans, chili beans. We'll come back to the navy beans. Chili beans, butter beans, and kidney beans. Those 4 are the 4 that the recipe calls for, and then Mike Mills just says to add a 5th bean of your choice, so I went with some navy beans. So got 5 different types of beans. It calls for some ketchup, some mustard, some honey or sorghum, but I couldn't find sorghum, and plus I have this gigantic thing of honey here, so no point in buying any. And then a red or green bell pepper, some diced up onion, and then some brown sugar. And then this is just a little aluminum tray that I'm going to just throw everything in. So should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to get it all mixed up, and then a few hours from now when I'm ready to throw it on the smoker, we'll pick back up. Alright, I just got done mixing everything together, and I just before we get it on the smoker, I wanted to show you that this recipe, basically, this is a roughly like a 12 by 9 by 2.5 aluminum pan, and just a little cheapo roaster pan and grab from the store for like $1, but it filled it all the way to the top. So once I got all the beans and everything in there, just stirred everything up. It's got a really nice texture, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. So pick back up once we get it on the smoker. Alright, the baked beans are on the Smoky Mountain now. Put them on about an hour ago, and we're going to go ahead and take the lid off and see what they look like. So this is close to a 9-pound Boston butt that's been smoking for about 12-13 hours now, and the beans are down there. So like I was saying earlier, they're directly below the butt, and that butt is just sitting there dripping all kinds of wonderful things straight into the beans. So the beans are going to go for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and then they'll be ready to go. So we'll check back when we pull them off. Okay, here's the final product. Pulled them off of the smoker and added some of the pulled pork. We're getting ready to serve these guys up with the pulled pork and the ribs and the chicken. Try to zoom in here just a little bit. Had them foiled for a while, so they're at a pretty good temp, but you can See this texture here? I've already tried them out, and just like the recipe says, they're sweet and tangy. They almost might be a little bit too sweet for some of you. It just kind of depends. I think it's going to go good with what we're eating here in a little bit, and really can taste the juices from the bosom butt that was dripping down into them. And that's just something I'll have to play around with, trying to figure out how long I need to keep them underneath there. But it came out really good, and really like the 5 different types of beans that are in here. Just provides a lot of nice, good flavor. So appreciate you guys watching, and be on the lookout for more videos soon.